There we go. Okay, now we're recording. Okay, so happy Tuesday. Okay, so here's what we're going to be discussing today. Today, we are going to be discussing the very professional way to follow up. Okay, but before we go there, we want to discuss some other things first. So if you guys watched that the live that Robert Hollis did on like Saturday with his new guy from Europe, this dude's from Europe. Okay, they don't even get their products for like 20 days after they order it. Okay, and this dude is a 50K within 60 days. Okay, he's a beast. So Robert Hollis had him come on the show and actually talk about like how he actually did it. And one of the first thing that he said is, there is no secret. There is no secret. You just got to be brave and do the work, right? That's what he said. So, but one of the things that he said, which really kind of like just stuck in my head, was he said, look, he's like, 95% of your business success is going to come from you getting people in front of a third party. Okay, that means getting them up in front of your upline, JJ, Desiree, Ben, me, right? The 95% of your success is going to be getting them in front of the video that Josh Swaggle did whenever you pre-enroll. 95% of your success is going to come from that, okay? Not you, okay? So you guys have to understand that your job is to get them in front of these videos, get them on the phones with a third person, a third party, so that way they can actually validate, educate, and so forth. So here's another thing to keep in mind too. When you're getting involved in these types of businesses, and this is really more speaking to those of you guys that actually have like a team, you're gonna notice one thing. You're gonna notice one thing. 80% of people are gonna do shit, okay? Straight up, network marketing across the board. And there's a lot of reasons for this. And part of it is due to fear, right? They're afraid to take action because they're afraid of failing. They're afraid of what people will think about them. There's fear involved, right? So they'll get involved and not move, not do a thing. The second reason is because they just don't have the desire, right? So if you get in this type of business and you want to make 7 figures like I do, right? My hustle and my work ethic is to produce a 7-figure income, right? So when I come across a person who is a 80%er whose desire is only to make like $500 a month, right? And, you know, whenever you're trying to put the hustle into them and trying to get them to work, right? So they could actually build an income so that way they could become successful and have a better life, right? And also help you build your business, right? When you're trying to what happens is a lot of leaders, they get frustrated, right? Because they're dealing with an 80%er, right? Because the 80%er is not working as hard as them, not doing the videos, they're not doing the posts, they're not doing the follow-ups, they're not doing any of the stuff that they need to do to grow to get to that level, right? And that's because their desire's not there. They're an 80%er, okay? So what do you do with these guys? You basically just leave them alone, okay? Just let them do their thing, because otherwise they're just going to frustrate you, right? So, and then statistically speaking, 15% of the people that you bring into this business have the desire to make $2,000 to $3,000 a month, right? So just so you guys know, that's anywhere from 5K to 10K to 25K to be making that like on a residual level, right? Whether you work it or not, right? Just so you know, okay? So, so 15% will be at that level, okay? Now there's a 5% that want to make like $10,000 more a month, okay? Right? I want to make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, right? I know JJ wants to make 10, 20 grand a month. I know Des wants to make like 20 grand a month, right? We are the 5%ers. So if you were one of these people who is a 5%er, like you have to understand that the people who are the 80, they don't have the desire like you do. They don't have the work ethic like you do. So you have to just basically accept the fact that they're an 80%er and focus your energy on constantly recruiting. Recruiting never stops. I don't care what level you get to. You're always recruiting, okay? Always. That's your number one goal, always. trying to put new blood into the business constantly all the time. Because what will happen too is when a lot of new blood comes in too, sometimes these 80%ers, they'll see some new blood coming in who starts killing it, and it inspires them to start putting in more action, to start doing more work, right? So your goal is always adding new blood, okay? So with that said, so let's talk about how we can actually start this follow-up thing. So like I was saying a minute ago, right? 95% of your work or of your success is going to come from you putting them in front of a third party, okay? Third party. That's starting with the Josh Zwagel videos, right? Then as it's progressing, you want to try and get them on a three-way call with one of us that's already successful in the business, right? So, but here's the thing that Tomas did that really blew my mind when he was talking about how he did this. Because I was like, wow, no wonder you've done 50K in 2 months. That was amazing. And what he does is when he's putting people in front of that third party, he edifies them like they are gods, right? Like gods, okay? And so you need to make this person that you are trying to get them to watch, right? So for the video, for example, Josh Waggle, okay? You want to get them in front of the video. Hey, but if I showed you a 13-minute video that talks about how you can make money from home, would you watch it, right? Sure, yeah, I'm interested, right? So, okay, great. Here's what you say. You got to edify Josh. Edify him. You want to talk about how amazing he is, how incredible he is, how he's taken, you know, this CBD company from 0 to almost 200 million in under 3 years. You want to talk about how he's incredible and he's always growing. He's a former affiliate that created a business just for affiliates and created the most prosperous compensation plan. And you're so excited that it's always evolving, blah, 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 blah. Write down a list of like 5 to 10 things that just make him look like a guy, right? Then what's going to happen is that person's going to be like, wow, like this, like, I really need to check this video out and see what this dude's all about, right? Because you just edified them, right? Now, the same thing works whenever you're trying to get them, say, like on a three-way call. You're trying to three-way call with JJ, or you're trying to three-way call with Des or me. Do something to edify them, to make them look like they are super valuable and important, because that's going to make that person want to get on that call and want to receive that call even more, right? So their perspective and mindset of this person is going to be completely different than like, hey, let's hop on a three-way call with my upline, right? Who's his upline? Like, what have they done, right? Versus like, oh my God, let's get you on a three-way with my upline who's, you know, like let's say Desiree, who's her and her husband have made $120,000 in 2019 with this business, blah, 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 blah. They own a gym and they're always educating and training us. I'm so excited to be part of their team, blah, blah. Edify, edify, edify. You guys watch that video of what Tomas did. I got chills listening to what he was saying when he was saying how he edifies Robert Hollis. I was like, wow, I get it. Now I know why you're filling rooms. Now I know why you have you hit 50K. He actually hit 77K in 2 months. Okay, 77K in 2 months. Dude's a beast. All right. So, but anyway, so edify like crazy. Okay. Now the next step is, once you get them pre-enrolled, right? This is how you want to be setting up your next exposures, right? So first off, whenever you send them the thing and they pre-enroll, okay? When they pre-enroll, now actually, let's back up, because oftentimes when you send them the link, you need to also make sure you edify Josh, like, hey, go, you know, put your name and your email in here, go check out Josh, blah, 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 edify, you know. More than likely, they're not going to actually do that right away. You're going to have to follow up. So here's a quick little follow-up, first little follow-up, which I didn't put here, but just so you know, just follow up. Hey, did you, and because you know whether they watched the video, because if they pre-enrolled, right, you'll get an email. So if you haven't gotten that email from the company, they haven't pre-enrolled yet, right? So you know they didn't watch the video. So your follow-up should be, hey, did you make time to watch that video, right? And most of the time they're gonna be like, no. And then you just go say, okay, I understand. You're busy, but when you get a chance, just go punch in your information right there, and then go check out that 13-minute video. It's so awesome, right? And then follow up that way first. That's the first way. Okay. Now, once they pre-enroll, you have to understand that when it comes to the process of pre-enrolling, and from them being interested to getting them on board is a process, and you're going to have to touch them over and over and over and over and over again, educating them and helping them understand this, right, before they're going to make a decision. Okay, so your job is always to set up the next exposure. You want to condense these exposures to the shortest amount of time possible. Okay, so what you're going to do, did you watch the video? Okay, and they're going to be like, so let's say they pre-enrolled, right? So you know that they pre-enrolled, but did they actually watch it, right? You don't know, because most of the time they don't, right? So people are busy. You got to understand that. So did you watch the video? If the answer is no, okay, cool. I understand. I understand we get that life is busy. When do you think you will for sure watch this video? Okay, for sure. Okay, that works really well. For sure really works. Okay, I use it all the time. For sure watch the video. Okay, and then you just keep repeating this process until they do, right? So now let's say that you asked them, hey, did you watch the video? Okay, let's say they said yes. Okay, here's how you respond to that. Okay, if they said yes, you say, what did you like best? Right? What did you like best? And then they're going to tell you what they liked about it, blah, 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 right? Then, so what you're going to do is you're going to follow that up with your next exposure is going to be something about what it was that they liked, right? So they said, like, you know what, I really love CBD and the fact that it's going to help people. Okay, let's say you're sending people, voice messages whenever you're having this conversation, because that's the best way, or getting them on the phone. Okay, so let's say I really love the product. Like I've heard so many great stories, and oftentimes you're going to find if people are more interested in the product and the helping side of the business, it's because they either have a health problem or they have a family member that has a health problem that they've heard CBD helps with. And that's what's really interested them in getting into the business for that reason. Okay, so let's say it's the product. So the next time that you follow up, send them product information. Okay, send them information about the product. If their response was, you know what, I like the fact that it's going to produce some financial freedom, I can work from home, whatever it is like that, then your next follow up is send them some more business information. Okay, there's a lot of things that you could send. You could send them the comp plan or whatever it is that they may have questions about. You can send them that little article I wrote about the 10 things that, reasons why network marketing it rocks, so on and so forth. Okay, the next thing. So right after that, okay, your next step is, okay, so after you had that little conversation with them, you want to ask them on a scale of 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, after what you've seen so far, where do you stand? As in 1 being you're not interested, 10 being you're ready to get started right now, right? Find out where they are. You're going to find that in the beginning, they're only usually like around a 5, 6, 7, right? Like in the beginning, because they're still trying to figure out, like, there's a lot of things going on in their mind right now, trying to figure out, like, if it's for me, if they can do it. There's a lot of questions and doubt and stuff they have in their own mind. You're going to find the average is like anywhere from 5, 6, 7 range, right? So then your next question is, okay, so what would make it closer to a 10? See what I did there? So they're going to tell you exactly what they're looking for, right? So let's say it was, you know what, I just need to understand how the business is built, better. Maybe I need to understand the compensation plan, or maybe I need to understand how CBD works, or whatever. They just told you exactly what they need, right? So guess what your next follow-up is? Give them what they need. It's kind of common sense. But with every situation here, you're always setting up the next exposure, okay? So let's say you send them the video that we made on how to do the compensation plan, or how the compensation plan works. Let's say, you know what, I just need to understand the compensation plan more. Okay, great. I'm going to send you a video, which we have on our YouTube for the CBD Monsters. You send them the link to our compensation plan video that I did, right? Send them that. When do you think that you will watch this by? Okay, great. I'm going to follow up with you on this time at this date. Okay, set up the next exposure constantly. You want to run this like a professional. You need like a little planner, put it in your phone, however it is you like to do it, schedule it, all right? So anyway, always set up the next exposure, and then on top of that, you want to get them on the phone as soon as possible, okay? As soon as possible, get them on the phone. And then on top of that, you want to get them on a three-way call if needed, all right? So you need somebody else to validate the business, third party, other than you. You are not the deal. Someone else needs to be the deal, okay? So, but anyway, just remember, it's gonna take, this is a process. Just because people are pre-enrolled, just because they raise their hands and say, hey, I wanna check this out, they're not ready to sign up yet. They're just curious, they're just trying to figure it out. It is a process to onboarding people. So the better that you do working this professionally, always setting up the next exposures, the more that you condense this, the sooner they're going to make a decision to get on board. Okay, so does this make sense to you guys? Yes, yes, nod your head yes. Okay, great. So that was really all I wanted to cover in lesson 1. Lesson 2, we're going to go over objections that you're going to face. The most common ones that you're going to hear from literally almost every single person. Okay, JJ's up next.
All right, guys. I just want to add, okay, so every week we kind of talk about the same thing. And, you know, I just want to ask you guys, when you guys are starting something new, how do we get better at something? If you guys have never been in this business, if you guys have never done network marketing, whatever it is, how do you get better at something? You learn from someone that's already successful at it. You ask questions. How can I get better? How can I learn? What can I learn? And then you pick the brains of the people that are already successful at it. That's the quickest way to get successful. If you guys are trying to figure out this whole business by yourself, you're just gonna spend a lot more time trial and error, trial and error. We've been in this business over a year, almost a year. We know how it goes, guys. We know a lot of the objections that you get. You guys would save so much time if you just reached out to us, ask us what you need help with, follow what we're doing, follow what we're posting, look at what we're doing, and ask how you can get better. I reached out to some of my team, guys that are doing more reach outs than me every single week. And I'm kind of like, man, how are you not getting any people yet? You're reaching out to like 50 people a week. What's going on? And I reached out, I said, send me screenshots of what you're messaging people. And I found out the problem. He was saying, all kinds of crazy things, and he's just way too salesy, trying way too hard, and he just wasn't saying the right things. And it's until I had to reach out to him and ask him what he was doing, and that's exactly how I found out. But if you guys are in that position yourself, and you guys are reaching out to people every week, and you guys aren't having the results, well, that's when it's time to reach out to the uplines. That's what we're here for. You see me, Ben, Damon, we're bringing in people consistently every single month. There's never been a month I haven't brought in one person. So you guys need to be mimicking what we're doing, implementing what we teach. We tell you guys this stuff for a reason. We're not just here to just pull something out of our ass and just, hey, maybe you should try this. No, we're saying this works. Do this. This is going to get you the success. And it's up to you guys if you want to do it. I was a little disappointed because last week we talked about, hey guys, here's you guys need to get on video. You guys need to get on video. Here's a little technique you can try. Just practice 1-minute videos. You don't have to post them. You don't have to do anything. Just get on video and get comfortable talking on yourself, talking on video, and then you can get comfortable posting them. And I talked to a lot of my guys, hey, did you do the videos? Did you post a new story? Did you try? No. What's the problem? Like, are we wasting our time here every week? We're telling you guys exactly what to do. And you guys, no, I didn't do it. No, I didn't do it. Like, what's going on? So you need to really sit down and ask yourself, why am I not doing what they teach me? They're already successful. They're bringing in people consistently every single month. Why am I not doing what they're telling me to do? Is it your fears? Is it your comfort zones? Is it your mindset? Are you worried too much about what people think? Whatever it is, you need to address that, because that's exactly what's holding you back. We're giving you the exact tools and the exact steps to be successful at this. And if you're not doing it, you're in your own way. You're holding yourself back. You're holding your income back, your family, whatever, your 9 to 5, all that type of stuff. It's going to stay the exact same if you don't make a change. We tell you guys what to do for a reason. You guys just got to do it. It's not hard. And if it's something that you guys aren't comfortable with doing, well, it's just because you've never done it. You need to just start practicing it and doing it every single day until you get better at it. I suck at videos. I don't care how good I am. I just get on them and do them because I know that I know I need to get on and do videos. I'm doing this fitness thing where I'm getting on and posting a fitness tip every single day. And I know I got to get on and I know I got to do it because I said I was going to do it. I told people I was going to do it. And I care more about me delivering that message to them than what people think of me. I don't care what other people think or, oh, bad is whatever. I know I need to get this message to them. So that's why I'm doing it. You guys need to do the same exact thing with this business. You guys, like we always told you guys need to be coachable. That's how you be successful. You need to be coachable. You need to be asking. When I first started this business, I was asking 100K affiliates and asking people, okay, what do you think I'm doing? How do I sound? How does this sound? What can I do? What can I do? What are you doing? Let me learn from you. Let me ask you. And I was constantly learning and being coachable because I wanted to get better. And that's what you guys have to do. You guys, if you guys are getting stuck, you need to reach out to us. But most of all, you need to be coachable. When we tell you guys to do something, if you guys aren't doing it, if you're not helping yourself, you know, we can tell you what to do, but if you don't implement it, it's never going to get you anywhere. So you guys can send screenshots to people. You know, if you're reaching out to people every week and you're getting stuck, that's when it's time to reach out to someone that has success in this business. Me, Damon, Ben, Desiree, your upline, reach out to them and ask them what you can do better. Because I guarantee you, that's how you're going to get better. It wasn't until I said, hey, send me the screenshots of what you're sending these people until I realized all this stuff that he was saying. And I'm like, man, no wonder, you know, you're not having the results. So reach out to your upline. And then another thing, I don't know how many times we can tell you guys got to get on video. You guys got to do it. You guys got to do it. Whether it's like me personally, I've been doing the stories just because I've been getting better reach on my stories than compared to my live. So I've been doing that. But you need to get on video. You need to show that face. We talked about this last week, showing that excitement, showing what you love. Most of my people that have replied back were people from my videos. Oh man, you sound so excited. You sound like you love what you do. I want to be at that convention. I wanted this. And they reach out because they see it and they hear it in my voice. If you guys aren't getting on video, you're holding yourself back. Another thing, cold reach outs. If you guys are just waiting for people to come to you, same thing. You're only doing half the work. You're half-assing it. Reach out to people as well. How do you get good? You reach out to people and you might not know what to say, but that's how you learn. Okay, I said this to 10 people and it didn't work, so let me try saying something new. Let me ask my upline what I can do better, what I can say differently. Okay, let me try saying this. Okay, that worked, man. I got 3 or 4 people in pre-enroll. Maybe I'll stick with that. That's why I consistently stick with the same line all the time, because it works. Because it works. I always send people the same line, the same line, the same line, and it works. So I stay with that. I stay consistent. That's exactly what it is too, consistency. You can't do one video, okay, I did a video, guys, and then no one hears from you for another month. You can't do a couple reach outs today and then not do a couple more until next week. You have to be consistent, doing the little steps every single day, whether it's 5 reach outs a day, 10, 2, whatever it is. If you're consistent over time, that's how you're going to get better at this business, and that's how you're going to start seeing the results. Lots of you guys have big goals, 25K, 50K by March. And it's like, I haven't even seen you bring in one person since like 3 months ago. How are you improving? You're not. If you guys do the same thing every week, you're not going to get better. You need to be figuring out what you can do. You guys should be bringing in people every month, in my opinion. There's no reason you guys can't. We give you guys the tools. The videos are done for us. All you got to do is edify that, point people to those videos, and just follow up with them. So, you know, if you guys aren't pointing people to the videos, if you're not reaching out, if you're not posting, if you're not following up, how are you going to get better? And that's exactly what we see in our BV every month. I check everybody. I see who's working. I see who's not. I go on your pages and I say, okay, well, now I know why they're at only a couple hundred BV, because they're not posting. They're not doing videos. They're not doing reach outs. They're just in a little bit. And that's what Damon talked about, the 80%, the 15%, the 5%, all that type of stuff. You know, and it all goes back to, what's the alternative? If you don't succeed in this, a lot of you guys want to leave your 9-to-5s. A lot of you guys want that financial freedom. You want to be your own boss. You know, you want to travel. You want to do all these things. You have that. We're in the business. But if you guys aren't succeeding, what's going to be the alternative? Going back and just staying stuck at your 9-to-5. You know, trying to find another side job. What, Uber, like whatever it is. What's the alternative? A lot of you guys don't have other options. You guys have this option right here, but you guys have to work it and treat it like that. Think of where you want to be in this business. Think of the long term, your goals, what you want. And if you know what you want, that's going to motivate you to get off your ass and work this business, because that's what you need. A lot of you guys need that kick to wake up, because every single week we tell you guys a lot of the same stuff, and to see us tell you guys something and then you guys not implement it, that's like a slap in our face. Like, hey, we're just wasting our time up here, guys. Hey, do this, this, and this. Hey, did you guys do it? No. Okay, well, and that's why I'm constantly recruiting every single month, because we don't know who's going to work this business and who's not. I know where I want to get in this business, so that's why I'm constantly recruiting every single month, because we just don't know. Lots of you guys will come in and talk this big game and, yeah, I'm going to be doing this, this, and this, and then we see your results and we see you're not working it, So that's why we always talk about you have to constantly be recruiting. You can't rely on just one person. And another thing too, you can't just rely on product posts. A product post selling one bottle or only selling bottles. You guys, this business is going to grow a lot faster if you guys are reaching out to people and getting affiliates. We get our binary check every single month. At first, it's a big check, and it's because we have a lot of people working this business. That's how you grow this business, is by bringing people in. You can't just sell bottles. You're never going to be at the high level if you're just selling bottles. Every one of you guys might have different goals on where you want to be in this business and everything. So that's fine, but do those business posts too. I do see a lot of memes and a lot of CBD helps with this. Well, show the business side. We're always taking pictures here, and showing laptops and all that type of stuff. So, I just have to, let's see. So yeah, if any of you guys have questions, now's the time to ask. We tell you guys, reach out to your upline. You guys have us here every single week. And then it's not until we reach out to you and ask you, hey, what are you struggling with? I seen your BV was low. What are you struggling with? What do you need help with? You guys need to take that opportunity for yourself too and reach out to us. Reach out to your upline. Ask your upline, how can I get better? What can I do better? I'm doing this, and be coachable. And that's how you're going to get to the top, guys. Learn from the people that are bringing in people consistently every single month, which is probably your upline. And it's funny. I was telling Damon this story yesterday at Target. I was in Target in the line, and there's two girls in front of me. And the girl in front of me was just asking her friend, hey, what do you do for a living? Oh, cool. Oh, do you enjoy it? Oh yeah, no, it's a job, blah, blah, blah. Oh, do you keep your options open in terms of making money outside of what you're currently doing? Yeah, I do, And then she went back into building rapport. Oh, so you're married, you got kids, blah, blah, blah. I knew she was a network marketer because I could just tell what she was doing, and I loved it. I loved exactly what she was doing. She was building rapport, getting to know this girl. She found out this girl hated her job. She kept her options open, and then she would get into small talk, and then she ended with, oh, hey, she says, oh, I'm an entrepreneur, and I love to help people because somebody helped me. And that was her line. And then she said, oh, if you want, I can get your number. You can take my number. I know it's a little weird, but she said everything perfect, so she got the number. And then she said, yeah, I'd love to connect for coffee or something sometime, but I knew exactly what she'd do. She got the number. She's interested in opportunity, and, she hates her job or whatever it is. And now it's just that Target. And, and we have the luxury of the internet right in front of our hands, of just being able to reach out to people just like that. So we don't even have to do that in-person stuff, but it was just cool to see that, it happened right in front of me. She did everything perfect. She asked about it. She built rapport. She built a good connection. She didn't even mention the name of the business or nothing, but she got her contact information. So I'm sure she's going to go through her spiel or whatever too. But guys, we have that luxury online, and it just shows you how much people that are out there that are looking for an opportunity, that hate their jobs, that want a better opportunity to work for themselves, spend time with their kids, whatever it is. There's tons of people out there, but you're never going to know if you're scared of what people think of you, or if you're scared to get on video, or if you're scared, to do any of these things, or, what people think of you, anything like that. You need to be more concerned about getting that message out there. Quit thinking about yourself. Think about all the people that need this opportunity, that need this product, and use that. Don't worry about yourself. You're being selfish. Start thinking about other people, what you can do for them, what you can do. And when you start caring about them and the lives that you could change and the people in this that can benefit from this, it's going to change your perspective. And we've seen firsthand at the convention, these girls crying, hugging Damon and stuff, and just these guys shaking our hands, super just thankful and grateful that we gave them this opportunity to change their lives. And there's tons of people out there that need that. So be more concerned about that. Get that message to them and quit thinking about yourself, because you know, you're just holding yourself back. So yeah, I just want to leave you guys with that. You need to really be honest with yourself. Ask yourself, why am I not doing these things? What are my fears? What are my comfort zones? What's holding me back? You need to really ask yourself, why am I not doing this? Why am I only at 200 BV every single month? Why am I not bringing in people consistently every single month like these guys? Probably because you're not doing the same things that we are doing. You know, so ask yourself, why am I stuck at this where I'm at? Am I saying the same thing every single week? Am I doing the same thing every single week? Most of the time it is, or you guys aren't doing the work. So when you're honest with yourself and you realize, like, man, I'm only half-assing it. I'm not staying consistent. I'm not reaching out. I'm not doing videos. I'm not smiling. I'm not having a good time. I'm not enjoying. When you're honest with yourself, you'll figure out your own problems. Because we can sit up here every single week and tell you exactly what to do, word for word. But if you guys aren't doing it, you're never going to get anywhere. So just ask yourself that this week. Let's make this month a good month, guys. Step out of those comfort zones. Try something different. Like I said, if you guys are stuck doing the same stuff every single time, you see the results that you got. You see where you're at. We see where you're at every single month. And if it's time for a change, guys, you need to stop being stuck at that little number, you guys. I know you guys can all do better. You guys can all be bringing in people consistently. We tell you what to do, so you just got to do it. So step out of your comfort zone this month. Get on video. Try something new, because it's going to be worth it in the long run. So that's all I got, guys. If you guys have any questions, reach out to me. Let me know. Make it a good month this month. Let's go.
What's up, guys? Hey, so I want to talk about events. Events are huge. I'm going back to the basics. We were, for several months, didn't do any events, I think because we just got all into the holiday rush. But we are back to doing events, and I highly suggest that you do them. Women love to drink a lot. So do a wine and CBD party, happy hour and CBD, anything like that, anything that's going to drive people to come and hang out with you and listen to you talk. So we're going to do an event every single month. I'm also putting out coffee chats. Those are super easy for any of you guys to do. Find a local coffee shop, spread it all over your social media. You should be part of your Nextdoor app too, so you can post that event on there. You can create a Facebook event and invite everybody in your area. And hold on, my kid's thing's going off right here. And then invite everybody. It is super informal. Come, tell them to come down, buy them coffee.
If nobody shows, so what?
Hey, yeah,
Just have coffee.
You're not doing a presentation. You're just gonna sit there, and as people show up, like open house style, see if you have another rep next to you, or anybody, your spouse can come with you, so that way you can talk and share and have a third party testimony, and somebody else would be able to like fill in while you're talking to one person, and just make it super informal, and just like have a chat. Let people come and ask questions. It's totally cool. But just like this last week, we had a wine and CBD at Chris Ward's house here in Orange County, and she got 6 orders off of that. I bet you all those girls that came there, they're all coming for the mimosas. No joke. I was the one pouring them for them. And wasn't even drinking. But you guys, you have to step outside your comfort zone. When I do my daily doses that I've been doing every single day, you know what holds me accountable? Is when I say, I'll see you tomorrow at 8:30, because I'm doing it every single day during the week at the exact same time. So I know people are going to be expecting for me to be on at 8:30 the next day. So that's why I'm constantly getting on there. Do you think that I like to do those lives? My very first one, if you go back and look at it, I said specifically doing this to get outside my comfort zone and to face my fear. I don't like being on camera. I honestly don't. I don't even like when people take pictures of me. It's just who I am, and that's okay. But you know what? I'm not going to grow, and my business is not going to grow if I sit there and I let fear take control of my life. So if you guys want to let fear hold you back from something that's so much greater, you're never going to make anything in this business, and you're not going to help the people that you want to help. You're not going to be successful. You're holding your family back. You're holding yourself back from your true purpose and your potential. That's why I say on my daily doses, like, you're going to sit and be old one day, and you're not going to have anything to show for it and be like, oh, what did I do with my life? Absolutely nothing, right? Just work your day in, day out job.
Working to pay bills.
Yep, that's about it. So You know, this business is the opportunity of a lifetime, you guys. We are part of something that's so amazing. The company that keeps on coming out with great products, expanding all over the world for you to go after. But nobody's not going to know that unless you actually share it. So just saying. So stop pulling yourself back. Get out there. Do something that's going to make you uncomfortable. I want to say I'm extremely disappointed in those 1-minute video challenges. I had like 4 people tag me on like the first 2 days, and then I haven't seen anything since. So, you know, we're putting out our own money when we do the 1K and the 25K and like the awards and things. And for what? Nobody's really working. Some of you guys are, but you know, so we believe that you have the potential. You need to believe in yourself. All right, you guys. I hate to yell at you, but still, get your shit together.
No, we need you guys. Okay, it's my turn? Okay, cool. All right, I'm back. So, as you guys just got some tongue lashings from Desiree and JJ, we're going to talk about some other strategies. So, now we're going to talk about objections that you guys are going to hear the most, like literally, like every single person that you come across is going to say 1 to 4 of these things. So learn to master these, because these are pretty much all you're going to hear all the time. Like literally no joke. These are the 4 things that you're going to hear from every single person that gets involved, okay, or that is curious about getting involved, okay. So when it comes to people being concerned about something, so if somebody's like, look, I'm kind of interested, but I don't have any money, okay, really broke right now, I don't have any money. Okay, so here's what you do. You do what's known as the feel, felt, found method, because you want to let them know that you understand them. You're just like them, that you've been in the same boat, right? Maybe, okay? If you weren't, then you can just tell a story. But the feel, felt, found method, okay? This has been around forever, okay? So what this basically means is you basically say, I understand exactly how you feel. Okay, I felt the same exact way. I was so broke right before I got involved with this business, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you tell your story. Here's what I found. If I don't do something to change my future, just like JJ and Desiree were just talking about, if I don't do something to change my future, in 12 months from now, I'm going to be in the exact same place that I am right now, but probably worse and bigger debt. So I decided that it was time for me to actually do something, and this is something that I'm super passionate about, and I think that this is going to be the answer that I've always been looking for. Whatever, fill in the dots, okay? You tell your own story. So then you could follow that up with, so after you say that, okay, you say, if you felt this was a way for you to get out of your financial situation, or a way to help you change your financial future, would you be able to find a way to make this happen, right? Who can't afford 20 bucks? Okay, we even have that free option right now, okay? They can afford it, all right? So, but you ask them, you know, if you felt that this was a way to actually to help you with your financial future, would you be able to find a way, okay? Let's put it out there, right? And if they really felt like it would, they can find it. I guarantee you they spend money on stupid stuff every single day, like eating out, Starbucks, all they can afford 20 bucks, okay? Which you don't ever want to pitch, like, hey, you can join my business for 20 bucks. We talked about this last week, because never post about that, okay? Because that is going to attract the wrong market, okay? It's not the market you want to be attracting. That's the very last resort that you tell them that they can get involved with 20 bucks, because the only way that they're going to make money, really make money in this business, is by being at the executive level, okay? So by pitching them the $20 level, which is going to get them as a builder and not making any commission off their team, it's useless. It's not going to benefit them, right? So that's just where they come in at if they have like no other choice, okay? So next one, friends. So they're gonna be like, you know what? I don't want to bother my friends and bug my friends and be annoying to my friends. Okay, cool. I understand exactly how you feel. Okay, I felt the same way. But here's what I found: our product changes lives. Like, we have literally seen testimonial after testimonial of this, and this. So when it comes to this business, it's not selling. We're really just helping people solve their problems by using CBD. Okay, right? And then you can follow that up with, if you truly believed that this product could help people, right? And I showed you how to actually share this, would you be interested? Ta-da! See that? See how easy that was? Okay. Next thing you're gonna hear this one all the time. I actually love this one. I love when people ask me this one. So I am a lot more excited when people ask me this one, because people are like, is this pyramid schemes, this network marketing? And I'm like, I respond in a different way. But so when people ask you this, okay, is this pyramid scheme, is this network marketing? If they have a lot of emotion behind it, it's generally because they've been in one before and they failed, okay? Or they have a friend that got in one and failed, okay? So if they ask you that question, you'd basically just say, hey, it sounds like you have a story. Have you been in network marketing before? What happened? And then they'll tell you the story, right? They'll tell you what happened, right? So then you need to go on and reiterate. Actually, you could even start that off by saying that the feel, felt, found method too. I felt the same way. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way before I got involved, right? I thought it was the same thing, but what I found is this is network marketing, right? And the big difference is we sell a product. Pyramids do not sell a product. This is completely legal. It's a $200 billion a year industry. It's massive. It's bigger than the music industry, the movie industry, the NFL, gaming, all combined. So it's a big industry. So then you would follow that up with, so after you hear their story. So let's say that, I got in one involved a long time ago and I just didn't make any time for it. And, I ended up like not doing anything with it, and it just, nothing ever happened. And then, so you would follow that up with, how did I phrase that? So, do you think, so let me ask you the truth. Do you think that it was network marketing that was the problem, or maybe was it just the timing that was the problem and you just didn't put the work in? And what do you think they're going to say? Yeah, it was the timing. I just didn't put the work in. Done. Okay. Now you're moving on to the next step. So, okay. And then here's another one that you guys are going to get a lot too. Okay. A lot of you, because I ask people this all the time, is how much money are you making? Okay. How much money are you making? So in this situation in particular, it's always going to be best to defer it to somebody else. Okay. Because none of you guys are making any money yet. Not a significant amount that's going to inspire anybody. Right. So not yet. Okay. So for this one, if you're new, you just say, I'm new, I'm still building my business, but my business partner in upline, Damon and Desiree, made $120,000 last year in 2019, right, in commission, right? Boom, right? There's one. Or you could say, I'm new, but I'm really, really, really excited about my future because this is where I'm intending on taking this business, blah, blah, blah. There are people in this industry, we have one of our teammates who's a stay-at-home mom. She was a mother, a single mother of 3 kids, driving around a repo car, and really, 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 really poor. And she's now a multiple 6-figure owner in this business, right? Tell a story of somebody else, right? Tell a story of somebody else's success, okay? Until you've gotten to the point where you can be like, yeah, man, I'm making 5 G's a month. Yeah, check this out. Here's my check. So
let me give one.
Sure.
Let me cover that because I get that question a lot. And I make money in this business, and I still refer it to people, but I put it back on them. I'm not going to let them qualify me, and I got to, make this opportunity good enough for them. So I say, I don't know. I don't know your hustle. You could do better than me. You could do worse than me. How hard, I don't know your hustle, and I put it back on them. I say, I don't know. You could do better than me. You could do worse than me. I don't have any hustle. Or I don't know your hustle. Do you have any experience in this? And I put it back on them. I start asking questions, qualifying them to see if they're good for this. I don't have to be like, well, yeah, like I make $100,000 a month, and yeah, I don't got to qualify myself to make this opportunity good for them. I put it back on them, and that's just how I do it. I start asking them questions. Do you have any experience in this? Or I'll ask them a question. Can you commit to 20 minutes a day or whatever? I'll ask them questions to get it off of me and get them off that subject and start qualifying them to see if this opportunity, if they're good enough for this opportunity. So I never get into that thing where I'm having to defend myself or anything like that. I put it back on them. So that's what I do.
Yeah. So that's another way too. So you could also defer it that way too, or you could actually say that too. You could be like, look, it doesn't matter what I'm making because it all depends on your effort, that you put into this. So it doesn't matter. So how hard are you willing to work? There's people in here that are making 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, 7 figures in this business. Like, how much effort are you willing to put in? Right? Boom. You just put it on them. They're like, oh, right? So JJ's right on that too. So these are the main ones that you're going to see right here. These are the main things that you're going to hear from literally every single person that you come in contact with. Like literally, like that's all you're going to hear. So if you can learn to always have a good, you should even write these down. Like let's say you're talking to a prospect on the phone and they ask you this question. Go ahead and write down what you would say. What would be a good answer that was along these lines, and just say it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, so that way it just flows off your tongue whenever you're talking to anybody in person or on the phone, right? Same thing with this one. You're going to get this all the time. You're going to get this one all the time. You're going to get this one all the time. These are the main ones that you're going to hear over and over and over again. So master the response to these objections. If you master these, you're not going to have any problem, right? And then on top of that too, you're going to have more confidence when you speak to them. They're going to feel that, right? So anyway, so that's my 2 lessons today. We had follow-ups first, objections second. We had JJ and Desiree doing a little get your butts to work. And that pretty much wrapped up everything that I actually, do we have any questions on the Facebook? Is there any questions on there? The pyramid thing? The pyramid thing is really easy, guys, because the everybody's going to ask that, right? And so I usually will come follow it up with, because if they say, if like, is this a pyramid? I'm like, do you even know what a pyramid is? And every single time, I have yet to have one person tell me what it is. Literally, do you even know what a pyramid is? And I'll laugh at them, ha, ha, ha. Do you even know what a pyramid is? And they're like, And then I'm like, no, this is network marketing. And the main difference is network marketing sells products, okay? Pyramids do not sell products, all right? So, and then when you talk about network marketing, be excited about it, right? So let's say you get a question that's like, is this network marketing? Is this MLM? Be excited. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is the best way to make money from home. Are you kidding me? There's people in this business making 6, 7 figures from working from their home. This is amazing. So you have to have that type of posture and that type of belief. And people will hear that in your voice if you're talking to them on the phone or you're sending them little voice messages like you should be. Okay?
I got this. I have no time, or I already have a full schedule.
Great. That means that you're going to hustle even harder in the time of the day that it's going to take. Right? So if you don't have any time, that's great. It's even more of a reason why you need to do this, right? All you need to do is put in like 30 minutes, 60 minutes a day, right? You can do it before work, after work. Doesn't matter. In the beginning, it doesn't require that much time, right? But if you don't change something, are you ever going to have time, right? You're going to have to keep working 2 to 3 jobs your entire, and for the rest of your life just to pay your bills until you die, unless you change something, right? So do you think that like trying to create some time where you could spend 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there, maybe 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there would be able to help you build your business would be something that you could do if you really believe that this is the solution to your problems? That was just right off the top of my head. That was just on the fly right there. So,
and then it goes back to the same thing. Yeah, I felt the same way.
Yeah, I felt the same way. Dude, I felt the same way. I was so busy. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way. But here's what I found. It doesn't really require that much time, right? All you need in the beginning is like 30 to 60 minutes tops, right? And then as you start getting busier, you can work that up to like an hour or 2. But by that time, you're making more money. So you can actually work your second job less. You can, stop having to work weekends at your other job or whatever because you're making more money from this and you can do it from home, right? So if you really want something, you're going to find a way to make it happen.
And that's what you guys got to realize too. Almost everyone in this business, you're so short, dude. Almost everyone in this business has other gigs. They have their 9 to 5s. They have multiple streams of income. They have kids. They have a wife. They have other obligations. So that's what you just got to realize and portray to them. Oh, I understand exactly how you feel. I personally run 2 other businesses. But I know I just got to make, I make, 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day. And, I just tell my own story, but I relate to them. Oh, I understand how you feel. So use your own story. Oh, I understand exactly how you feel. I have a 9 to 5, I have 3 kids, and use whatever you have, and then just start qualifying them again, but yeah, if you were able to work this business 20 minutes a day, and that will allow you to have more time in your life and that freedom that you want and stuff like that, and just go back into that. So always that, like we always talk about, that feel, felt, found. I completely understand what you're talking about. I felt the same way, and then just go into that. You could use this, this feel, felt, found for almost every objection. Just relate to them. I totally understand what you mean. I felt the same way, and just go into that, and it can help get you through any of these guys. But if you and that's how you're going to get better at these, because we know that these are the most common ones because they come in all the time, and we know that because we're constantly reaching out to people. So because we've constantly reached out to people and people are constantly giving us the same excuses, we know how to deal with them. So that's how you guys are going to get better at this, is by constantly reaching out to people, getting these objections, and then dealing with them. And then after a while, you'll know how to deal with them. So you guys got to get out there and practice. You got to be doing the reach out. You got to be talking to people about this business, because that's exactly how you're going to get better at this business.
Yep. The learning is in the doing. The learning is in the doing. You're only going to learn and refine your skills by doing. Okay, putting in all the information, just watching these videos, doing the Ray Higdons, listening to Robert Hollis, it's all useless unless you're doing, right? So there's a lot of you guys who do, you guys do a lot of educational stuff. You tune into everything, but you don't execute, right? You got to execute in order to grow. So the learning is in the doing, right? So anyway, so that concludes today's lesson. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. So go get to work. Go do your posting, go do your follow-ups, go do your exposures, and work on how your little story on how you would actually do this when somebody responds this way. And remember, 95% of your success is going to come from you getting somebody in front of the third party, meaning the Josh Swaggle video that we all have access to. Get people interested, get them in front of that video, follow up just like we said, set up the next exposures, and be ready for any of these, because as soon as you start talking to people, they're going to have one of these, okay, or all of them. So you need to know how you're going to respond. Okay, got it? You guys have a great day. I'm going to close this out now.